Disclaimer. This game is a work of fiction. Any persons, people, events that resemble true events are purely coincidence. And with that, hi, I'm Keegan, and this is A Bunch of Gamers. This is our 229th episode of Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition, The Coming Storm. I'm going to go around and have my players introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Cora. She's an Aruna in the Geta Fenris.
Hi, I'm Adam. I play Mark Guides the Fallen, and he's a third of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers. He is a Theurge of the Silent Striders.
Hello, my name is Riley, and I am playing Dimitri Howls-In-Memory, Lupus Galliard of the Bone Gnawers.
Hi, my name is George. I am playing William Grows-Matrices. He is a rune of the Glasswalkers.
Last time, the Pax had returned and begun to make connections with various Fera and moving towards Yellowstone to continue trying to breach peace with the Fera, with Cora Two-Hearts chastising her own tribe for their own assumptions regarding the Bastet, while Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers offers the opportunity to teach a rite to the Makole so that they too can merge with spirits. However, time is moving quickly, and they will soon find that they are running out of time. Alright, as you have a little bit of time around the Sept, there's buzz, obviously, happening everywhere, given, the acidification of the sea, the wars in the United States, and the death of the president, as multiple political factions, according to William's phone, and what remains of the news, talk about multiple factions, either through corporate oligarchy, grassroots movements, or right-wing militants are trying to reform governments across the country. As you're looking at your phone, you hear a woman's voice just right by your ear. Yeah, that's a little bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Thanks for taking care of that bitter grin for me, though. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Pretty courteous. Anyway, as Judith kind of steps around and looks you over, been moving through and using the old maps, and they're starting to break down. The Umbra is shifting as the Unmaker starts to rattle his cage.
Yeah, we really got to take care of slow down the Unmaker.
Yep. You are a chameleon. I appreciate that about you. This way, I need to talk to the rest of your ragtag group of friends as well.
Yeah, sure.
As you all see William moving along with Judith. She's got a couple more battle scars since the last time you saw her.
I'll approach.
Or
Hey, I like your new scars.
I'm sure you do.
I'm sure they tell wonderful tales.
Not here for stories, and they tend to be jokes that went tits up, being honest with you, but that's why I'm here. The spirit paths and our umbral maps are starting to break down, and something over in Kansas is starting to warp them.
Something? Do we have an exact idea about what it is, or are we just like,
it's a
hey,
den
something's
realm.
changing?
It's a den realm of some kind, which means that something was put there and it's trying to bubble into the penumbra. Now, what I'm seeing is several silver threads that seem to be latched around this den realm that reach across the Umbra for hundreds of miles, if not thousands of miles. And I suspect you guys know what's up regarding this, yes?
Trying to think of what it could be. It sounds like moon bridges? Oh, the Storm Eater's prison. Gotcha. Yeah, let's go join the others. We can have a full-on conversation about it.
Yeah, please.
So I'll lead them over to everyone else.
Sure thing. Hey, real quick, Cora, I want to see how this plays out, okay? Judith looks at you and you see her face kind of contort. You see her grow like a thin beard. Her hair still stays long. her breasts kind of flatten out and she takes on the appearance of a man, and she takes your hand to walk in. As you walk up to the rest of the group, hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm Cora's new boyfriend.
I'll squeeze his hand a couple times and just...
As he gives you a playful smile.
I cast Sense Worm. No, I'm kidding.
So, yeah, me and Cora had a few drinks, realized that there's no point in following the litany anymore, am I right? Given that the world's ending. So, I came in, decided to see y'all, and word is that there's something coming up in Kansas, like a den realm that's shifting around things in the penumbra.
Yeah.
Mark's just gonna back away just a little bit, and then Kyle.
Judith
Please.
decided to test Cora's rage.
Please, Kyle's a childhood guy. I know what they do.
I need a Philodox.
Are you saying that love is not important in these trying times? Are you saying that you hate people like your friend Steven? Come on, guys. It's 2027. I think we're a little past hating on the fact that Krynospawn are gonna be born.
Mark's just gonna approach.
Cora will make a great mom.
Mark's just gonna approach Cora. All right, who's this Ragabosh and how much you pay him?
I don't have any money, and
Oh.
he already introduced himself. Though, not the way I would have preferred. But all couples don't agree on everything.
I just wanted to be in line with your tribe, babe. Just, be forceful, be direct. It's what Fenris Wolf would have wanted. Am I right? As he puts his arm around you and pulls you in. And then he smiles and goes, I guess you should be doing this to me since you're the one with the muscles, as he does a flex.
Cora, who is that? What's your namesake? Who are you from? What's your tribe? What's your auspice?
Oh, I'm just a ragabosh, moving about. My tribe is, of course, Glasswalker. That's why I have, this little thing here as he holds up a cell phone, puts it back into his pocket. That's why I'm so suave, and I know how to do the actual social niceties without offering pot at the local moot. Am I right? As he gives a wink at Mark and a quick grin.
That's why we get one of the reasons we work well. He can do the social niceties.
Oh, so a bunch of yin-yang, I see.
Cora, I wish you would have introduced us sooner, because you know the ill omens don't judge.
Nice.
Person I would have loved.
Oh, the
it.
Garu.
Now I just imagine, Zeb in the background. Yeah, come on, Cora. He's hot. We get it.
That was ideal, One of the top things I'm looking for.
Good breeding stock.
It's like pizza, hot and ready. And cheap, so don't you worry about it. But, person I've never met, don't you worry about any of my other business. If you two want to go off and get a room, go ahead. I won't stop you. We have things to do.
You're Zeb
Mark is just blushing.
You're Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers, right? I've heard of you.
You should have. I'm very well known.
Yeah? So could you look at this real quick? This is what I wanted to show you, actually. Take a look at this as he starts drawing out kind of these Garu glyphs and symbols and gives you, one of the greatest maps of the Umbra leading from Sacred Stone to Kansas to 5 Mirrors and everything in between in ways that are safe paths. And if I could get an Intelligence Occult Diff 5, please. 7 successes. This all checks out, more than checks out. Based on your routes, you have taken at least several of these safe paths in your journeys. Some of them you didn't know about, but you suspect heavily that if you spoke to some of your Silent Strider siblings, you would actually be able to map this out through the collective knowledge of the Silent Striders who tend to call this area home. This is incredibly well mapped. All right, so this is what the Umbra was like before, right? Now, as you see him drawing again, you see how the paths are warping, disappearing, and some actually getting question marks because they end abruptly but do go to elsewhere in the Umbra. This is what we're hearing about now. This is what I'm hearing from the spirits and some of the Silent Striders I know, and a few of the Glasswalkers that I'm privy to talking, that communicate to me through this, as he holds up the cell phone again. puts it in his pocket, and they like to do kind of umbral journeys and kind of map it out in their own ways. So, do you see what I'm talking about in terms of Gnosis focus right here and what that could possibly mean? Oh, and actually, now, this is important, right? You have a general idea of a possible problem. But now let's look at this, all right? And this is from my lovely Cora. She's always called me full of hot air, which is perfect for this kind of talk. But if we come here, these are some of the winds that we're seeing coming from Gaia. Like, you could think of them as rising vapors of rot. You could think of them as her screams, whatever. But they are here, and they seem to be culminating in this Gnosis spot, and it seems to be absorbing it. You see that? And
so, and to brief that back, recognizing the routes, recognizing what's being mapped out in front of me as far as what Zeb knows to be the prison. But those shifts that are things that are emanating from within that place that are now reaching out, right? They're emanations coming from it.
They are, and you notice one other thing, given the total amount of successes you got on your occult roll that transfer into here.
Right.
It looks like this warping shouldn't happen under normal circumstances, given how weak the Storm Eater was supposed to be coming out right out of the gates. It would still be a powerful spirit, obviously, beyond probably the kin of any Garu hero who could take it on. But it seems that these dying screams, whatever you want to call them, of Gaia, are starting to be absorbed by it, and that is creating a warping effect that goes beyond what the initial escape should be.
Well, first, you ain't no fucking glasswalker. I ain't never seen you on no road before. So we can cut the shit there, but this is a hell of a map. And Zeb will point out some of the things he can confirm, some of the things he's never seen before. Whoever you are, what I will tell you is this is worse than we thought it was going to be. And I'll leave it at that, and if you want to know more, we're going to play level.
Sure thing. As he leans over, and his face changes, and gives you a quick peck on the forehead before jumping back, and you see Judith standing before you.
And Zeb doesn't know her super well, right? Because again, like we aren't as close to her, but okay, yeah. I wanted to make that plain for you, Keegan. Like we don't have as much exposure to Judith as the other pack did. Okay. Well, it is good to see you. I am deeply troubled by what you found out and put together. It's as bad as you think, and probably worse, and we are trying to act soon. And the thing is, I want to be very careful about naming people or names that are acting, because I don't want them to get fucking killed when we're trying to get in place to take action.
Okay, well, if you have a plan of action, then you need to know, right? Look at here, and here. These are metaphysical points that are starting to rupture. And because they're starting to rupture, I suspect that this Dendron was going to break, and it is going to allow direct connection to the screams of Gaia, which will make most moon bridges a gamble.
Right.
Now,
they're destroyed, or they lead somewhere wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now you've got connections to your tribe, and your tribe runs good. That's kind of what you guys are known for. And you have the power to extend to pack members the ability to run really well. I would suggest start getting the word out to your owl brothers and sisters and siblings to start forming temporary packs with older brother so that they can get to where they need to go, because we've seen older brother moving along. Coyote and Horned Serpent have a long history, as do we with North Wind. We know when the brothers are moving. They used to be our only neighbors from you guys.
You all were present, I do believe, when we pulled this before. And what I mean is, your people were present, or at least representatives thereof, I do believe. You are not wrong. We do need to act much faster. We will have to. Did you talk to anybody else about this before you came here?
No, because, well, a few of my own siblings, to make sure that there was a backup in case I got. Because here's the other thing. Something's been killing Nuisha regularly and often. Guys put a ban to 100 of us on the physical realm at any given point, lest we prank this world into oblivion. And our umbral dancers are vanishing, and the institutional knowledge of our maps and how to get places quickly in the Umbra, with or without moon bridges, is quickly disappearing.
Are you being hunted by the worm? What do you think? What do you think is behind that?
I do think it is the worm. I do think that the worm is planning something, and I do believe that the worm is trying to do a divide and conquer sort of tactic. Just look, the Umbra's important. We know it's important. But if the Umbra starts becoming dangerous, like these points and these moon bridges, and the moon bridges become unstable, well then you have a bunch of Garu who have to stay home. And what are they going to focus on? They're going to focus on the Fomori that have been let out by the collapse of Pentex and all of its subsidiaries. They're going to focus on the Black Spiral Dancers, who are both a physical and umbral threat. They're going to focus on the cops, the military, the radiation sickness. Banes are a problem, but Banes still haven't been attacking Karens in great numbers yet. But if you look at this, now this is the thing that I picked up from my twin brother before he disappeared. This is the battleground realm, as she writes out the Garu glyph for it. This is the penumbra, and this is the membrane that separates the penumbra from the near umbra, and it is moving in this direction, and it is coming closer to this realm. But we're also seeing something here with the abyss. The abyss is creating a rift here. It would always go through the cracks, but it is actually rifting out this way, as you can see, towards the deep umbra. And one rift is going here to the high umbra, as far as we can tell. That's one of our advantages over you. We don't have rage, and so we can actually look at the high umbra, and we are seeing places of thought being lost. Entire swaths of culture that had survived in the high umbra, that have lived there for centuries and millennia, are falling in and becoming lost and becoming food and possibly future soldiers for the worm.
All right, in for a penny, in for a pound then. This is what we talk about, trusting one another. So we do believe the storm meter is going to break away soon, very soon, and we're trying to take action to prevent that to stop. What that means is sacrificing a level of people that we may not have enough to pull that off. So we will act. You're not wrong. We'll need the information. And one more thing for you. There's a piece of knowledge that I've been able to pull forward that I've shared with the Macaulay already. It is the possibility for your survival, as this grows more and more terrible, to unite with a spirit of power, whether it's your patron or otherwise in the future. Send someone to me. You or otherwise, I don't care. I will teach it to them to let it be known. You can? Excellent.
Let me learn it. Yep.
Very well. We will do that, and we will start to send out this message that needs to be handled, because apparently time has gotten a lot shorter and a lot more dangerous than we thought, and we'll need to let the elders here know. We were trying to slowly find the individuals that we needed, and apparently one in particular is going to need to be found a lot faster.
So you go to Teresa Fate Dancer?
I will. What I will tell Judith is, hey, look, I know you need to lay low, so lay low wherever, and I can come fucking find you, and we can do our thing once I find Teresa Fate Dancer, so she doesn't feel threatened by having to stay around the bond.
All right, I'll be down in Pueblo. There's no Karens there. The worm is pretty high, but I've been able to really take a crack at my pranking skills, so to speak, to try and help deal with it. But it's also been dealing with less worm influence than here recently, since they weren't bombed.
All right, I will have Dimitri study this intently to perfectly recall it, so then anything that was made here in the open we can bring somewhere else and deliver to Teresa Fate Dance without just leaving it on the ground for someone to walk up and see. And we will go find Teresa.
Teresa is downtown in Colorado Springs. She's working on a protest with some kin, mostly in the background, obviously, in the Umbra, trying to keep Banes away, and specifically Banes of violence, so that they don't try and possess police officers or even bad actors who sometimes come to the protests, because she's working very hard for immigrant and people of color rights, given this new raging America and this extremely militant police and National Guard force that's been cracking down on any dissent. As she rips a Bane to shreds before you, she turns and shifts back into her Hamid form.
I guess we're finding her in the Umbra?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, ripping the Bane to shreds. Okay. Didn't mean to interrupt you, sister. We had a cousin come from out of town to visit. They had information. There's no one around but us, her and the Banes that she's slaughtering, right?
Correct.
Concisely relaying what we were told by our contact, I'll leave her name out of it, having Howls-In-Memory provide some of the other information about what we're seeing. All that to say is that the emanations coming out of this thing now, that prison being broken down much faster than we thought, damaging moon bridges and paths across the Umbra, the suggestion from our contact is to have older brother work with the children of Owl to quickly get to where they need to be to handle some of these situations. Wherever we find that archer, we're going to need to find him much faster. This is going a lot poorly than we thought. And now the linkages of the Abyss reaching out into other far-reaching realms, that much worse for us in time. I did not think it was this bad. It is apparently worse than we thought.
I understand. We can get at least a couple from Desert Snow here via Moonbridge as quickly as possible.
I can call to some colleagues that can assist, and whatever you need to do here, if it frees you up, I think I don't go too far to bound to saying the elements can assist you, as things might need to be done in this city. I think that I am going to start tying our fate more and more to this city, especially as things get more dire.
I understand, and it's appreciated. We'll try and get something out there, and I'll get the word out here now. Thank you.
I wish I had better news, sister.
There will not be good news until the end.
Oh, unfortunately not. But at least we all look good. I will, whatever Cora and Mark kind of intend to do, Zeb will at least make sure that he makes contacts with other Silent Striders to help set this up, leaving William and Howls-In-Memory to do what they see fit needing to be done for a bit, and Zeb will go down to train Judith as quickly as possible.
Mark definitely wanted to go update Five Mirrors about the situation occurring with the return of this being, and just keep him updated. And he could go real fast too. He could just go into the Umbra and use his owl mask to just fly there really quick and then back.
Well, flying there would take a while because you still have to fly to Michigan.
Oh, good point. But much faster.
There's a moon
we
bridge.
got a moon bridge.
Yeah,
we got
I was
a moon
like, you
bridge
got a moon
there.
bridge, yeah.
Yeah. What am I thinking, man?
All right.
Yeah, just quick update, and then also to see how Five Mirrors is doing, because I'm sure they're going to be a focal point of a lot of migration of other Garu,
So
just coming from the flooded areas.
first things first. Judith will be able to learn this ritual in the standard 5 weeks. So got that going on. So that's good.
Awesome.
All right, so you do arrive at Five Mirrors, and you are greeted, of course, by Stands with the River. She is looking haggard. Mark, it's good to see you.
See you too. It's been a while. You look worse for wear. What's been happening?
Well, I'm almost 70, my young friend, and Great Lake Spirit is dying.
I had a vision of this.
It's 80 degrees, and it's starting to warm up so much, and whatever is happening via the ships, it's heating up the bottom of the lake in a way that all the bodies are starting to actually pop back up over the ages and decompose on the surface of the water of the lake, putrefying it, turning into a soup of decay.
What of the cairn? The sept? What would happen if the spirit dies?
The lake will either stay a wretched soup, or it will turn into a bane, or a bane will claim the lake, or the lake will slowly drain and become nothing as the Midwest starts to become a desert from all the heat that the humans have been pumping out, and these terrible winds blasting us with furnace-level heat here in January.
Oh, this isn't right. Is there anything we can do?
We're trying. We're using some of our kin and lobbying groups to make sure that people clean up the bodies quickly before it becomes a problem, but we're getting a lot of pushback from the state because the state thinks that this kind of abnormal heat wave is once in a lifetime. And so they think it'll end sooner rather than later. The top of the lake will start to freeze over again, or at least cool down, and the rest of the bodies will not float to the top.
I'm sad to hear this news, but I'd come with another purpose. I'll certainly keep this close to my heart. Something to consider on my journey back to Sacred Stone. But I must speak with the elders to update them about the Storm Eagle.
What is it?
It's feared and it's concluded that it will break its restraints sooner than we think it will, given the chaotic nature of the Umbra now. We've been given information that could confirm this, and I don't know how it will affect the Cairn in such a weak state.
It's good to know. We're not sure either. The breakdown of environmental regulations is getting bad too. They're still using fuel that they've reverted to fuel that has been outlawed in the United States for a while, and so now it is starting to put out sulfur. Now, this will help cool things down with some clouds, but it is likely to create acid rain that will leach into the lakes and cause more ecological destruction, killing fish and putrefying them as well. And worse, we're having barnacles devastate this place, or mussels. Invasive mussel species are, and they're not good to eat anymore because they're absorbing and filtering all the toxins, and so they don't even give that back to the ecosystem.
I can't give up. Maybe there's more Garu that can help, more kin out there that are lost and haven't found a new home yet.
Mark, you have to start thinking like an Athro. Mark, we are a small Karen, and others will also be affected. If you take Garu that are lost and bring them here, or kin and bring them here, if this small Karen falls, they are lost. If they defend this Karen, greater Karens that could have used their number fall. And Gaia is weaker because of it.
You're right. Still a bit naive, but you're right. I don't want to blow up my hopes in thinking that maybe we can save the spirit. We can save the Garu and kin. We can move.
Yes, but
Shut off this Karen.
Mark. She walks over, grips you tightly by the shoulders, and she looks you right in the eyes. I am too old. I am weak. And the only reason I am still alive by the laws of litany is because our tribe believes that my knowledge is useful, and thus I am not a burden to the fight. Other tribes will not see it that way, and my knowledge is localized to this place, to these spirits, to this region, to this environment. It will slip away. Your duty is not to me. Your duty is not to the Garu. You are a child of who?
Gaia.
Who is your duty to, Mark?
It is to Gaia.
Mark, I am going to die. And I am going to die here. I am going to die with the friends that you saw and see them again, or dissolve into nothingness if you should so fail. I think you and your pack have a good chance of succeeding in whatever that looks like, in defending the mother and making sure that I will get to see the faces of Garu, who are ancestor spirits who found no kindness in life because they were Krynos-born, but who get to be embraced by the mother and our tribe in our tribal homeland. But that will dissolve if you fail. But that is the hope that is keeping me going and fighting for as long as possible. And Great Lake Superior will hang on for as much as possible, but he is boiling. And unless you think you can change government policy by yourself, you must start taking a longer look, because that has been a weakness of other tribes. It is not necessarily a weakness of ours.
You're right. You're right. I'll do what must be done, stands in the river. I hope to be there at your right, though, when you pass.
I hope so too, but I suspect when I pass, there will be none there to perform the rite with my body still intact.
I have a feeling if it comes too soon for you, there's a task upon me that probably makes sure I'll never make it to that rite. All for Gaia.
You have risen through the ranks quickly. You and your whole pack have. It is very impressive, and I forget how young you are. So let me tell you, through these many years, that not every story has a satisfying conclusion, because we are not a story. We are life. We are living, and we are 100 strands and individual letters in the grand tapestry of this world and what is to come. And perhaps my story ends on a period, and it is over, And that is it. There is nothing to continue afterwards. And you will have to live with that, as I have had to live with it for many others. I have seen young Krynosborn die before their second rank. I've seen Garu die during the Rite of Passage when I was younger and we were less cautious with our warriors. There was no reason for it. I just happened to find a lesson in it.
Then I'm going to do my part then. I've delivered my message in my update. I go to prepare myself. Please give my love to the others.
I will, as I will tell you that theirs is with you.
Gaia be with you.
May she be with you. Let Unicorn give you the wisdom to heal, to be strong, be calm and compassionate. Let Black Unicorn guide your claws to rend the enemies of those who would feast on innocence and kill those whose time is not ready.
And Mark will contemplate taking the moon bridge, but then he'll just shake his head and then he'll instead don the owl mask and take a long trip back to Sacred Stone.
All right. In the middle of that trip, I am going to need a Dex Athletics roll, Diff 8, please.
Will do. He's got a lot to think about.
You guys are doing your thing. So, what are the rest of you doing for the next 5 days? Or 6 days, I suppose.
I think William wants to try and help spread the word a little bit through telecommunications.
Okay.
Or just getting to the different Glasswalker guru and have them try and disseminate that to some of the older brother, younger brother errands nearby.
Okay.
To try and help speed things up. I know the
Sure.
Silver Fangs.
Could I get a charisma computer?
Yeah.
All right, so you do get that out pretty quickly, pretty efficiently. All right, Zeb is busy teaching. Cora, what are you doing? 6 days.
I was thinking about it. I couldn't think of anything that Cora could really do that would help, like, spread the word, spread the necessity of getting the Storm Eater back in its cage, basically, or strengthening the cage. So, like, she'll just do what she can, rest, because they don't get a whole lot of rest, help out where she can,
Sure. Well, if you're down
can't really think
Gnosis
of
and
anything
willpower, you can regain 2 Gnosis, and you'll regain the full 6 willpower.
Awesome, thanks.
Okay. Dimitri, what are you doing for the next 6 days?
I think Dimitri is going to help Fate Dancer with the protests.
Nice.
And help her with the Banes. Kind of give support.
Awesome, okay.
At least the way he's saying it is like, nobody should be like working on stuff like in the city by themselves.
Cool. All right, sounds good. Which part do you want to help with specifically? The protest side or the Bane side?
I'm thinking the protest side.
Awesome.
Kind of keep the people motivated.
Wonderful. What is your charisma streetwise?
My charisma streetwise is 8.
Wonderful. What is your rage?
My rage is 4.
Wonderful. So we will do charisma streetwise difficulty 7.
Okay.
Because these are normal people, so your rage is getting in the way.
3 successes.
You help, and through intermediaries, kinfolk, your own abilities, right, to go find and track down the more high willpower people. You give people escape routes, you give people things that they can do, you give them maps, things like that. You're able to do things like sabotage some of the police equipment to make sure that it isn't fully unloaded on the protesters, as it is now an unfortunate meme on, of course, book novel, Y, Crimson Ground, so on and so forth, that it's, you're seeing some anime character or some other, meme template of only 3 protesters shot? Guess it was pretty boring, as the common feeling of the American electorate, so to speak, of the common people. So you make sure to do that so that you're able to prevent those 3 people from getting shot, so to speak. All right, now, after our 6 days, Mark, as you're flying, you succeed just enough as a blast of air hits you, and the center of the country, even from your vantage point, explodes out with winds. There are umbral tornadoes left, right, and center, just spreading out through the Midwest, through your path to get to Colorado. It slows you down a bit. And the next day, William, your phone lets you know that this is the first time in January tornado season was this bad in Tornado Alley. Enough so that at least 20 people have died because no one was prepared. It's so out of season. And all of you know that there are raging winds in the Umbra now. Another 3 days pass. It is now February 1st. And Mark has finally returned home. Battered and beaten, to say the least. Mark, because you only got 2 successes, I'm going to say that you had to spend at least 1 willpower and 1 gnosis on gifts and things like that to get home as quickly as you did.
Definitely makes sense. Just make a triumphant landing. And then collapse a little bit. How's it, y'all?
Not terrible.
I took a little bit of a scenic route on the way back from 5 Mirrors and got a little delayed by the umbral tornadoes. Sure, everybody got wind of probably in the physical. Also bearing some bad news from 5 Mirrors.
What's the news?
Mark will go on to explain the ecological condition that's occurring. And yeah, slowly dying. Karen and the Sept.
It's not just them. It sucks that it's happening.
I was reminded of that, definitely, but we're here to do what must be done to make sure this doesn't continue.
Tiana, a glasswalker, and a child of Gaia Elder have arrived over the next 2 days. They are here to learn the rite from Matthias, though they have to wait, of course, until Teresa Fate Dancer is done, but the Margrave is living up to his end of the bargain. As things collapse, the Storm Eater rises, and Rorg's Talon still comes hurtling towards you. But all of that is a story for next time. Thank you to everyone who listened. We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.
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 See you then.